The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah by your side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitra is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through.
Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Before I get started, can everybody hear me on YouTube or Facebook, not Zoom? Can you guys on YouTube and Facebook hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right, because I've been having problems playing with this thing. And let me set this right too. Okay, inshallah, we're going to go ahead and get started. Before I begin, let me remind everyone that we do have the my Ask Sister Laila live show. That is tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've had some people asking me that. Okay, yeah, and please bring your questions. Yes, I hope you guys do. Alhamdulillah, we've had some pretty good questions for the past several call in and ask Sister Laila live shows. Mashallah, your questions have been great. So I want you guys to continue to bring in such great questions like you guys been doing, because I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. We've had some shorts. Of course, we've made shorts. We make shorts out of the questions and answers. And mashallah, the shorts that were made from this past several Ask Sister Laila live shows were pretty informative. They've done very well. A couple of them have gotten over 1,000 hits. And that's a lot for me. I mean, other people get millions of hits. Who cares? We're in this for the dawah. And of course, the true Islam is seen as being extreme and oppressive. So for me to get 1,000 hits, that's a lot, you know, when people don't like to hear the truth. So mashallah, and those a lot of those shorts were made off of the Q&As that you guys have been, the questions you've been coming here with. So tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my Q&A show, and I'm really hoping that you guys have some very good questions again to bring so that we can help answer them for the Muslims. And I like the positive feedback I've received. A lot of the people have commented how they like the way I answer, because unlike most people today, my answers are based on the Quran and the Sunnah with the understanding of the companions. And that's important because a lot of people have these Q&A shows and they answer questions, but they give you fatwas. You know, we're in the days of fatwa. What is fatwa? Fatwa means that we will take the opinions of contemporary men over the Prophet Muhammad, over what Allah said. And then when it comes to understanding issues, you know, we rather use the understanding of contemporary men of today. And for example, about this, we're going to talk about that tonight when I do when I do my Q&A. The same question keeps coming up all the time about the food or the people or the book. I don't care what contemporary man of today said. Allah says that their food is lawful. That's it. I don't care. You know, it doesn't matter what the contemporary men of today say. It doesn't matter about science either. because the Prophet Muhammad said, you Muslims, in the later years, you will do the same thing that the Jews did. You will use flimsy science. You will take science and use it as an excuse to make unlawful what I made lawful. So I don't care what science say. You know, the Prophet already said that's what the people of in our day would do, is use science to try to make it haram to eat from the people of the book. Allah says you can eat their food. I don't care what no sheikh say. I don't care what no mufti say. The simple fact somebody's calling himself a mufti should tell you to run away, because he's an arrogant, pompous person. You know, y'all got to understand the Quran never becomes outdated. The Quran never becomes old. Make no mistake, what he said is for all time. The lawful and unlawful is how he defined it, not no man of today. So the fact still remains. You can eat the food of the people of the book. Period. Dot. Exclamation point. And if you believe La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, that's all you need. You wouldn't care. You wouldn't care. You know, if I went to McDonald's right now, even though I don't eat at McDonald's because I just don't like their food. Never did. When I was a kid, I didn't like it. I don't like McDonald's. Now, Burger King, oh yeah, let's use Burger King. If I went to Burger King right now and got me a Whopper, do you think I care what some Muslims say? If I was standing in the middle of the street eating my Whopper from Burger King, and some man with a big kufi on his head, with garments dragging the ground, came up to me and said, "Astaghfirullah, you can't eat that. You're going to hell. Blah, 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 blah." You know what I do? I keep on crunching. I make my chews even. I'll even open my mouth and chew. You know, do you think I care? Nobody has the authority to make anything haram but Allah. And Allah already said their food is lawful. Their food is good and clean. I don't care what science say. It's good and clean. And let me share this incident with you that happened about 5 years ago before I moved back to where I live now. You know, I lived out there in Okie Skokie, Ku Klux Klan territory. Oh, yeah, I was living in Appalachia, Southern Ohio. Wasn't no masjids. Wasn't no so-called Muslim-owned stores either. So one day, you know, I was feeling pretty good. I said, let me take this 2-hour drive. Now, I could have drove 2 hours away to another part of Ohio because they had a so-called Muslim meat store. So that day I said, it's a nice day. I'm off from work. I think I had Dramali on here doing his class or something. I said, I could take a break. And I left, drove 2 hours to a whole new city that I ain't never been to. Had my GPS on, found this meat store that was owned by Muslims. I walked in the store. I took one look at the food that was on the shelf. I almost vomited and left out. This Muslim-owned meat store, he had lamb, he had goat, and I don't know what the other stuff was, but the flies were everywhere. It was ridiculous. The meat was on display and there were flies all in there on top of it. And I said, oh, heck no. Layla's OCD. Y'all know me. I'm OCD. I'm a germ phobic too. That's why I don't go nowhere. I stay in the house because another reason I stay home, because I don't like crowds. People get to coughing and sneezing. I'm pulling out the Lysol, man. You know, when I saw them nasty flies on top of that meat, I said, oh, heck no. I drove 2 hours to a Muslim-owned meat store. I said, I did better keeping my behind at Kroger's because Kroger's meat was clean. The Christian meat was clean. You ain't gonna find no flies on the Kroger meat. And Kroger had lamb because I lived in Appalachia. Oh, yeah, the best lamb. Yeah, I live where the farmers are. Fresh lamb. I could have got my lamb. I could have got my goat. They even got, and I missed it too because I tasted it. It was good. They even had those APAC things, animals in Southern Ohio. I said, I could have got me some of that meat. I took my behind, got in that car, drove 2 hours back home. So don't come talking to Laila Nasheeba about what's the lawful and the unlawful. I know the lawful and the unlawful. The people of the book's food is good and clean. And in many cases, it's gooder and cleaner than the Muslim-owned food. Go to Southern Ohio. I'll take you there. They also got a hookah store too. Oh yeah, these Muslims, they got a hookah shop right next door too. Oh yeah. Allah knows his creation. Allah didn't make no mistakes. He knew that Kroger lamb and goat and alpaca would be cleaner than that Muslim-owned meat store. So when people say, oh, Sister Laila, halal meat. First of all, halal is an Arabic word. It means lawful. I keep telling y'all, Arabic is a language. It's not a religion. It's just another butchered, broke down, created into slang language. That's what it is. Don't nobody walk around speaking the Fusha except the scholars. It's a broken down slang language, just like English is and everybody else's language now. So when you come to me and say, Laila, what's halal meat? Halal meat is the meat of the people of the book. Who are the people of the book? The people of the book are the Christians, the Jews, and the Muslims. So if I had a Christian-owned meat store, and right next to it was a Jewish-owned meat store, and next to that was a Muslim-owned meat store, all three are halal. That means in plain English, all three stores are lawful for me to shop at. But do you know what store I'm going to? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I live in Cleveland. You want to know what the best meat is in Cleveland? I'm sorry. If I got a Muslim-owned store right here, a Christian-owned store next to it, and a Jewish-owned store next to it, I'm going to the Jewish store. That's the best meat. Oh, yeah, here in Cleveland, we got the Orthodox Jews, man. You talk about clean meat. You ain't going to find no fly, no cockroach, cucaracha, or anything else in their store. Their meat is so fresh, ain't no blood in it either. It's just sitting there. And you talk about good. So, sorry, all of that meat is halal. For me, I'm picking the kosher meat. I go kosher. Oh, yeah, that's my personal choice. I do kosher meat. After kosher meat, you know what my next choice would be? The Christian Amish people. You talk about chicken. That's what I buy from the Amish. Now, if I want some good chicken, some good turkey, I'm going to Amish country. Oh, yeah. We got a big, large Amish community here in the Cleveland area, too. That's the cleanest duck. That's the cleanest goose. That's the cleanest chicken you can get. So when I want chicken, I'm going Amish. And they are people of the book. Regular meat, Layla going kosher. Sorry. Where I live, the Muslim store ain't even in the running. Sorry, I'll walk right past the Muslim shop. Well, one of the Muslim shops is owned by a Shiite here. That's another reason. We got a lot of Shiite Muslim meat-owned stores. I'm definitely walking past them. Okay? But Layla eats kosher. You come to my house, my meat is kosher. And if I'm giving you some chicken, my chicken is Amish. So we guys have to be careful, listening to these uneducated, irradical Muslims on the internet today try to make everything haram. They doing the same thing that the prophet said that they would do. He said, my nation in the later years will become just like the Jews. They will use science to try to change what Allah has made lawful. I'm sorry, I'm a kosher girl. Kosher. And after that, poetry, Amish. All right? Anybody that tells you it's haram, they got a mental problem. Anybody that's telling y'all it's haram to eat the meat of the people of the book, they're mentally ill. And they don't know nothing about Islam. And that crap about these are not the same people. America's a Zionist country. Let me tell y'all something. Zionists have always existed. The Jews that the prophet fought against were Zionists. The Romans were Zionists. I don't want to hear that. Again, you're talking to a history person here. That's why education is so important, guys. You got to be educated. Zionism ain't new. And Allah didn't make no mistake. He still said, aren't they people of the book? Like Abu Dar, radiyallahu anha. Like Abu Dar, after the caliphate of Ali. During the caliphate of Ali. Like Abu Dar told somebody that came to him, aren't they still people of the book? Their meat is lawful. We have to stop this today. And we wonder why Allah has brought war. We have to keep our opinions out of Islam. We have to keep our emotions out of Islam. Yeah, you hate America. Yeah, you hate Israel. But that hatred still don't make it haram for me to eat their meat. Because both of them are people of the book, whether you like it or not. Y'all understand that? So it's simple, guys. With Islam, as Muslims, Muslim men and women, you guys are going to have to use your common sense. You don't have to have a PhD to understand this religion and practice it correctly. You just have to have common sense. And your aqidah, your belief system has to be intact. You have to hold on tight to the rope of Islam. As Allah says in the Quran, we have to hold on tight to that rope and not allow some human being to come and try to pull you away from it. And that's why it's so important to try to attach yourself to other Muslims who are like-minded, who are like you in your thinking. And that's the beauty of the internet. And that's what we've been speaking about in this class. That's the beauty of the internet. Because whereas in our regular communities, it's hard to find like-minded Muslims like us. Because again, we're living in the days where Islam has become strange. We're living in the days in which the sunnah has become abandoned and it's been replaced with fatwa. Okay? So since we're living in this era, you know, it's hard to find people that are holding on to the rope of Islam the way those companions did. So the internet helps with that. The internet allows us to reach out across the oceans, to reach out around the world and find and connect to others like us who are trying to hold on to the truth like us. And that's what we're going to be speaking about today. So let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen. And I did post the pages up. Tonight we're covering pages 233. I think I put, no, 230. I think it's 233 to the 239. I've been doing so much, it's so hard for me to remember.
236 to 239.
Okay, 236 to 239. Thank you, Mina. Y'all know I've been stressed out. I got a photographic memory, but my photographic memory ain't working good lately because I'm doing 10, 15, 20 different things with this website, plus dealing with my own personal situation. And I got grandkids that I need to be dealing with, but I can't deal with them because I'm on this internet streaming. I got so much going on in my life, it's ridiculous. So my photographic memory is going like, it's going blah. Okay, but hold on. Let me put the PowerPoint up. Let me put this down. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where is it? How do? Oh, out of here. Okay. All right. So let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen. Hold on for a second. You guys can look at the new thing there. Yes, that's right. Teaching Islam in its truthfulness with the understanding of the companions. That's what makes Sunnah followers different. Everything that you're learning here is not based on a madhab. I don't care what no imam had to say. I definitely don't care what no old man got to say. And I definitely don't care what anybody who's so pompous that he's going to call himself a mufti got to say. Okay, when we got what the companions already done said about this religion, and that's what we base everything on here, the understanding that those companions had about Islam. And like I told you, Abu Dar, like Abu Dar told the person that came to him, aren't they still people of the book? That was his understanding. Now you can eat any of their food. They're still people of the book. As Ibn Abbas told them, aren't they still people of the book? And as Aisha radiallahu told them, my, you people really want to change this religion. Why is it that you people have a hard time accepting the concessions of Allah? That's what Aisha said when they kept coming to her, when Islam kept spreading across, you know, with the Roman Empire and the Persians. She said, you people really have a hard time accepting Allah's concessions. Like I told you guys, if I was to put out ijazas, y'all got to see what an ijazah looks like, a certificate. Y'all see what Sheikh Saud gave y'all. Our knowledge goes all the way back to the companions. You would see Aisha radiallahu anha in mine, from Aisha to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And like she told them people, my goodness, why is it that y'all have a hard time with the concessions of Allah? Aren't they Christians? So their food is lawful. I don't care what science say. I don't care how you hate them. I don't care how they blew up your house. They still Christians. And their food is still lawful. I don't care that it's a Zionist country. When have they not been Zionists? Aren't they people of the book? So I'm just like Aisha. What is wrong with y'all Muslims today? Same stuff. Boy, I don't know how those female companions handled it. I mean, you got to have patience dealing with people. SubhanAllah. And I've become very patient dealing with you guys. Okay, inshallah, everybody can see my screen. And let me make it larger. I mean, as far as one page did. Okay. Okay, this is what we're going to speak about today. It is so, so hard for us to connect, to find Muslims like ourselves. It's hard to find women who are trying to live the Sunnah. You go to the grocery store, pick up a pack of meat, and somebody running up to you with a sword in their hand talking about they're going to cut your throat off because you a kafir, because you eating some Zionist food. I don't care what name. You can call it Zionism. You can call it Pionism. It's still the people or the book's food, and you better jump back, poppycat. They make it so that now you have to carry it. Let me talk about this for a minute. I got to get serious for a minute. I forgot. Hold on, sisters. Let me just share this. Hold on. Let me put this back on here. I got to share this with you guys. I wouldn't feel right. As a Muslim woman, you guys know my dawah is centered on the sisters here. You know, the men come and listen, and I got male students too, but my dawah is centered on the women. It's become so bad. Remember, I went over those hadiths with you guys the other day, where the prophet said that this later generation will become so argumentative and violent because they have no understanding of the religion. They'll kill each other. We will kill each other. All the murder. He said the murder that will occur will not be because we were fighting against a non-believer. The murder will not come from a kafir killing us. The murder will result from Muslims killing themselves because they're ignorant of the religion. They won't know the lawful anymore. Remember, I went over that hadith? What's the source of that hadith? What's the source? Y'all should remember, because all the hadiths I'm giving you are from those two sources. What's the source of this hadith? Who remembers?
Bukhari and Muslim.
Exactly, Bukhari and Muslim. He said all the murder that will occur in this nation is from each other, killing each other because we won't know the lawful and the unlawful anymore. We won't have true understanding of our religion anymore. So we'll argue, we'll fight and kill each other. We are living in those days. And I'm going to tell you, sisters, as a female dyer, y'all better carry some mace. Do you women get me? You better carry some mace. I'm so happy the other day. Let me share this with y'all. I said I wasn't going to talk about it. Another one of the reasons why Layla's ticked off. Oh, yeah. A couple days ago when I went to get my Starbucks, you know, I had a good encounter with the kafir woman who wanted to know about Islam. And I had a bad encounter with a so-called Muslim. I was going to my car with my little coffee. Some Muslim man was getting out of his car next to me. Little young dude, African American, of course. Always the African Americans. African American dude, little young blood with dreadlocks. That tell you where his dean is. Dreadlocks hanging all down. He gets out the car and he looks at me and says, "Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. What are you doing coming out of that Starbucks when our brothers and sisters are dying? Astaghfirullah." He got to yelling and he started doing the pimp talk. I call it the pimp talk. You know, we got the African-American culture. You got the pimp talk from the men, and you got the hoochie, the honey child. The honey child's what the women do, girl. Get the flipping that neck. Tell me up, girl, let me tell you something. This is the honey child that the women do. The men get to talking and get all riled up, huff. Now, this big black man, and I'm not saying it in a bad way, but that's how he looked. Now, imagine how he looked to me. He got dreadlocks, and y'all know dreadlocks are haram. You look like a jinn. And this brother looked just like a jinn. He had dreadlocks coming down. He had on a wife beater. Now, he didn't have a shirt on that covered his shoulders. It shows where his deen is. Dreadlocks on and a wife beater. The simple fact that you got a wife beater on is telling me, brother, you beat up on women. You try to get crunk with women. And the fact that he's trying to verbally accost me lets me know he got a problem. But what he didn't know is just 3 days ago in my Zoom room, we sisters were just sitting here randomly talking, and we decided, girl, we need to get some what you call that? You know that what we bought of Sabrine? Mace. Remember? We all logged on Amazon. I ordered me some mace. Sabrine was supposed to order her some. I don't know if she did. Agichi, somebody else. He don't know that I had just ordered that mace. That shows how Allah is in control. And mine came in, and I got it on my keychain. The saber mace, and I put it on my keychain. So while he huffing up with these dreadlocks flying in the wind and his wife beater and his baggy pants telling me I'm going to hell because I'm killing Muslims. You know, I bought me some Starbucks, you know, and I first assumed my position. I had my purse on. And I got into my position. You always stand, sisters, sideways like this, so you can protect your vital parts. You know, black belt kung fu right here. My brother, he's the Grand Dragon. Y'all might know him from out of New Jersey. It's my brother. He got a few schools. But anyway, I assumed the position. My purse was on my shoulder. And while he huffing up doing a pimp huff, I reach my hand in my purse where I keep my keys in the pocket, and I pulled it out, and he was huffing, and I had the mace. Thank God we got the kind that's on the chain. And when he saw my hand come up, he went, oh, hold on, sister. Hold on. Don't mace me. Hold on. He backed back because he saw it's a red. I got the red one. You know, now I see why they got them in colors. I bought the red mace. Sabrine was supposed to get the pink one or the blue one. And it was Fatima. Fatima wanted the black one. Well, something made me buy red. That red stood out. I took my key and had my finger like this on it. Oh, he backed back. No, sister. No, I'm sorry. Don't mace me. You know, Allah's subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, we brother and sister. You my sister. You my sister. And I looked at him. I said, I'm your sister now because I'm holding this mace can. I said, what was I before I pulled out my mace can? I said, wasn't I your sister before I pulled the can out? Yeah, you're right. I said, the same way that you're acting now, isn't that the behavior that Allah commands? Isn't that the wala wal bara that we're supposed to have with each other? Of course. Wallah subhanahu, wallahi. He thought I said wallahi. I said wala wal bara. He didn't even know what that was. But anyway, he said, well, I apologize, sister. And he bagged back, got into his little car, you know, and I didn't move. I just stood there with my hand on that mace in the position. I didn't move until he got in that car, started it up, and he drove off. Then I just said, I'm so sick of this, Allah. That's when I put it in my purse. But I'm telling you, you sisters, the Muslims today are so twisted in the head. Every one of you women need to have some mace so that when an ignorant man approaches you, because you're going to get some ignorant Muslim men, when they approach you, you got that mace to spray in their behind before you roundhouse kick and drop them to the ground. Hello, because I was going to mace him and then roundhouse, bam, he'd have been out. He'd have been out. But I said, I'm going to blind him first because he was so big and ugly like a jinn. I said, I'm going to mace him and I'm going to roundhouse kick him so hard. I said, my knee is hurting today because it was the weather. But Layla getting ready to use this. I'll snatch that knee off if I have to. I was going to snatch my knee off. You know, but I'm telling you. So that's how bad it is today, sisters. The killing that the prophet talked about. So every Muslim woman listening to me, carry a can of mace. Go to Amazon.com. I bought the Saber. It's S-A-B-R-E. It's on sale for $19.99. They come in red, pink, purple, blue. Something told me to get the red, and it's the color of this book. He saw that red can and he knew what it was. He knew what it was. He backed back and left me alone then. So you sisters get some mace. Ain't nobody got time to argue with these men. Should no Muslim man be approaching you anyway? Should no Muslim man on this planet be approaching you about anything? And they're stupid. They don't know that Bucks is a franchise. And one I go to is owned by a Muslim. He's sitting there talking his talk and don't know that the man that owns the Starbucks I go to is Muslim and his daughters working there. And they wear hijab. But that's how ignorant we are. We're ignorant. You know? So be careful. Get you some mace. Don't waste your time. Don't try. Like the prophet said, if you argue with an ignorant person, the ignorant person will hurt you. So have that mace. And if a man come up to you telling you that you're going to hell because you at Starbucks, mace his butt. And then roundhouse kick him out. Because that's what I was going to do. Mace him and roundhouse him. Real quick. Yeah. Subhanallah. So I just wanted to share that. All right. So let me put the PowerPoint back up. Yeah, get some mace for the babies. I have to say it. The babies need it too. Get some mace for the babies to carry. Your 16-year-old daughters, your 15-year-old daughters, give them a can of mace to carry. They should put it in their little pocketbook. Have it on their keychain like I got mine. Get it for the babies. Because a woman ain't safe today. We're not even safe around our own Muslim people. It's not safe. The Muslims are too far gone. It's like the prophet said, we're so ignorant of our religion. We don't know the lawful. We don't know the unlawful. We don't even know how to pray. We're so far gone that you got to be able to protect yourself. So get some mace for the babies too. I'm buying a can for my grandbaby. Hello, that's right. Mace them up. All right. Okay, so let me put the PowerPoint back up on the screen. I had to share that with you sisters about some Starbucks. Yeah. All right, hold on, let me put this up here. Oh, Zoom people, I got to do y'all first, right? Okay, hold on. What happened? This is the Zoom. Okay, this is Zoom. Oh, I got to take it off of that because I came off. Okay, hold on. Zoom people, I got to do y'all differently now. Hold on. Go here and here. And then go to YouTube. Okay, here we go. I'm putting the PowerPoint back up. Yeah, get that mace. Carry you some mace. Put it on your keychain, sisters. Go to Amazon, $19.99. Saber is the good stuff. Get some for your girls, too. All right, here we go. All right, so tonight, again, the internet becomes a great way of us reaching out, connecting with other like-minded people who believe La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah like we are, who are trying to live the Sunnah And that's a good thing, you know, here in the Zoom room, you know, we got sisters, we all come together and hang out here all day and night, especially the single sisters here, and we can share ideas and stuff with each other. Well, today what we're going to do in this class is address the challenges of how we find ourselves isolated socially, because the Muslims around you are so far gone. Like I said, we are so far gone in our knowledge of this religion. We're so argumentative. We're so emotional that you will have to isolate yourself like I do. I isolate. I stay to myself. There's a mosque right down the street from me. Beautiful mosque. But I don't go because I don't feel like being bothered with no ignorance. Well, the internet becomes a great way to handle that isolation. But there's also some risk that come with it too. We're going to go over that in tonight's class. So let's take a look at what Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd has in the book. And he begins by telling us how the expansion of the internet has given rise to virtual spaces where agnostic or non-believing, agnostic is a word that means it's for a person that doesn't believe in Allah. The internet has given rise to spaces where people who don't believe in Allah can go and openly express themselves. You see it on YouTube. You see it on TikTok. People make videos about how there is no God, or they'll make videos attacking Islam or debating. And because of this, it can really destroy your Islamic belief system. It can cause you to question your faith if you're not strong. They can actually cause you to become doubtful about Allah, about this religion. So to tackle these type of challenges, we Muslims have to equip ourselves with critical thinking abilities. We have to have a strong understanding of this religion. And because only with the strong understanding are we able to decipher between that which is bad and that which may be misleading. So again, I have to emphasize as a daya the importance of each and every Muslim on this planet having a teacher that they can sit down with and learn this religion from in detail. And I'm not talking about learning how to speak Arabic, because Arabic ain't got nothing to do with religion. It's a language. I'm talking about learning Aqidah, like what I'm teaching you, the things that I am teaching you here. This is what we have to learn, what it means to believe in Allah, how to put that belief to use, and where our allegiance should be. And there are some suggestions that Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd listed in this book that can help us to overcome all the misinformation about our way of life that's on the internet. And he says we should have the people of knowledge. And I put this in there. He said in his book that we should engage in constructive dialogues with the non-Muslims. I'm going to change that. No, because just like that man who stood outside of Starbucks, called himself verbally accosting me, you know, most people today don't know the lawful and the unlawful. Most Muslims today don't understand this religion. And we'll end up causing more harm than good. We'll end up killing each other, which is already happening. Like the Prophet said, because of our ignorance and our emotionalism. Muslims are too emotional. As the Prophet said, we are too emotional. And we're going to get worse as we get closer and closer to the last hour. So this is a bad thing, not a good thing. So instead of just anybody engaging in constructive dialogues, only the people of knowledge should do that. If you come upon a website that's sitting around speaking badly about Muslims, speaking badly about Islam, don't you engage those people, because you will cause more harm than good. You may even bring harm upon yourself. Instead, you can go to the people of knowledge and tell them about the site and have them address it. Because the true people of knowledge, they know how to implement Wala Wal Bara. They understand that Wala Wal Bara, allegiance and disassociation, this is the principle that guides us in dialogues. Wala Wal Bara, knowing what to be aligned to and knowing what to distance ourselves from, this is what gives us the ability to debate with people who have beliefs that are totally contradictory to us. So, you stay clear away from those websites. You stay clear away from those people who want to argue and debate. And instead, leave it. Leave it for the people of knowledge of this nation to deal with. An example, if you went to a Muslim scholar and shared with him information that there's a certain website out there that's saying bad things about the religion, this man can participate. And I said, man, I repeat, man, not woman, because this is another problem we have today. You got a bunch of women who are imams right here in America, even down there in Texas, Dallas, Texas, Irving, Texas. I'm going to call them out. Irving, Texas, too. You got a lot of women who are imamas of the masjid. Oh, yeah. They don't say that she's an imam. They use the term she's an Islamic advisor. They're calling themselves advisors, but they're really imamas. They're the ones putting their 2 cents in on what's going on. They're running the masjid, basically. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a topic one day. Jamali, if you listening to me, that's got to be a topic. These women imams that we are calling counselors, psychologists, when in reality they're imamas. So you go to a male Islamic scholar, and you have him participate. He can participate in an online panel discussion where he can answer questions about Islam, or he can give explanations about this religion using the criteria of Wala Wal Bara. That's what happened here. I don't know if you guys remember. Well, no, you guys, your older students do. Back in the early 2000s, I'll never forget. We made this website in 1986. I think it was in 2000 or 2001. There was a Mufti website. This is before Islam Q&A. It was called the Mufti of Africa. This Mufti Ibrahim. I think he called himself Mufti Ibrahim. I think the person over there now is Mufti Mink. I think Mufti Mink is over that site now. But back then we had Mufti Ibrahim. He was Deobandi. That's another Islamic group. He was a Deobandi, and he was answering questions about Islam. And I'll never forget it. Is something that he gave some answers to, and the people came to my website. Back then is when Sheikh Morsi, my teacher, Abu Atayib, was teaching here, and I was just his student. They came to Sheikh Morsi asking him the same questions, and Sheikh Morsi gave the correct answer based on the Quran and Sunnah. But this Mufti Ibrahim had some other question, and I'll never forget. Sheikh Morsi said, look, he told the representatives of this Mufti Ibrahim, he said, you go back to your Mufti and you tell him to set the day, to set the time, and he can come here to Sunnah followers. Tell him to bring his dalil, and I got mine, and we can answer this question the right way, based on the Quran, based on the authentic hadith, based on the understanding that the companions had. Of course, Mufti Ibrahim never showed up. He set the date, set a time, but he never showed up because he knew that he had no dalil. So, but the way Sheikh Morsi handled it, that's the way it should be handled. You know, you go to the people of knowledge, allow them to organize an online panel discussion, and so that they can put to rest the misconceptions about the religion, the innovations in regards to this religion and all of that. You know, we need to get back to doing things like that, like we did in the early 2000s. Yeah, I wonder what happened to that guy, Mufti Ibrahim. I know Mufti Mink is the imam over them now, but there was some deal. There's some deal Bondi group. But anyway, he never showed up. He set the date, set the time, and we were here waiting, and he never showed up because he knew he had nothing to support him. Okay? Also, because of all the negative content on the internet by the unbelievers and the innovators too, another thing that we can do to combat this is to share the true knowledge of Islam through our own websites. For example, a young group of Muslims can create a website featuring in-depth articles, in-depth videos, and stuff like that to put to rest the lies that the people propagate about Islam. So you don't have to sit there and engage in verbal argument or verbal discussion, because unless you're educated, unless you have the correct belief system, number one, unless you know the lawful and the unlawful, unless you know the hadiths and the history of the religion, the non-believers are going to make a fool out of you, because the kafir know history. The kafir know the things that we don't. So what you can do instead, rather than arguing and debating, is just create Islamic websites that do teach the truth. And we do have a lot of websites that do that. There's a lot of online websites created by the Muslim youth, you know, that does do that. And now what I want to do is go over some of the ways that we can address the challenges, you know, of Islamic social isolation, because this is a big problem. A lot of you, your fitra has been awakened. You can't click with any of the women in your community. The women in your community are looking at you as being a fanatic. They're calling you an extremist. Oh, you're learning from Laila Nasheeba. Laila Nasheeba is a fanatic. Laila Nasheeba is an extremist. When I'm not, I'm just a person of the Sunnah. And the Sunnah, the truth will always appear to be extreme. The truth will always be a bitter pill to swallow. So how can you address this social isolation? Again, by becoming a part of an online Islamic community of people who share the same ideology as you. Just like what we have here at Sunnahfollowers. My website is a perfect example of this. I made this website back in 1986. Our website is a virtual platform that unites Muslims from all different backgrounds, from all around the world. And it allows us to come together and speak and learn. And we also can address other people of other faiths too. And the thing is, we have to keep everything in alignment with allegiance and disassociation. And that's what we do here at Sunnahfollowers. We have moderators who ensure that our conversations are respectful and devoid of behaviors like cyberbullying or prejudiced views. So by taking part in an online community like Sunnahfollowers, we as Muslims are able to engage with others who are like-minded like us. And then you won't feel the effects of social isolation. I like how Sheikh Kareem Abu-Zayd had put this in his book, and I use my website as the example, because what he was speaking about is what we've been doing here at Sunnah Followers since 1986. And then from that online community, you can take it to the next level and arrange for physical gatherings, physical events. And that's where we are at Sunnah Followers right now. A lot of us have met in person already. And now what we're trying to do, if we ever get the donations, we would love to orchestrate in-person gatherings, to have conferences, Sunnah follower conferences, where the Muslims from all over the world can come together. We can meet up in person. This is something that Kareem Abu-Zayd does. He has his online conferences, where the people can meet up with his AIM program. You know, they can meet up together and learn the religion in person. So again, that's how we can address isolation, because we're going to become more and more isolated. The people of the Sunnah are fewer and fewer. Remember, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said one of the signs of the last hour is you will search throughout the land for a true Muslim, but there'll only be a handful of them. Most people will be upon something other than Islam, even though they claim to be on Islam. So we're living in those days. And also, guys, we have to be aware of the dangers of the internet. We have to be aware that there's a lot of explicit content on here. A lot of people are practicing Islam instead of Islam. They're creating websites based on Islam instead of Islam. So we have to be careful of the explicit content out there, the content that leads to innovation, the content that leads to deviation, and also that content that the kafir put out that can impact our cultural and ethical values, such as modesty, such as chastity. But I find it even worse that we have Muslim websites that compromise our modesty and chastity. We have Muslim dating apps. We got Muslim dating websites. This is sad. So a lot of people might ask, how can we combat, this explicit content? Again, by turning back to Islam and its truthfulness. Again, by applying Wala Wal Bara in our dealings. I'm going to disassociate from those websites that compromise my modesty. I'm going to disassociate from those websites that compromise my chastity. It doesn't matter what famous personality is running it. So again, Wala Wal Bara, this is part of your existence. You got to know how to distance yourself from anything that opposes Islam, even if that information is put out by a well-known Muslim celebrity. And also, your in-person communities, your live communities, they can reach out and engage with technical companies that are owned by the non-Muslims and address their platforms and things like that. Okay, so mashallah, this part of the chapter, Sheikh Kareem Abu-Zayd did a good job in letting us know that we're going to experience that isolation on the internet, just like we experience it in the real world. But with the internet, because of the good of it, we can still reach out across the ocean, reach out across the globe, and find a connection and hold firm to it. And that's why I've always told my Sunnah follower students, there's a lot of people out there trying to imitate this website. You ain't gonna find no website like Sunnahfollowers. I don't care how much you look for it. Ain't nobody, because the people that run it ain't there. You don't have no Sheikh Morsi on that on no other website. You ain't got Laila Nasheeba as the head honcho teacher either. So you got to cling to this website, so that way you will stay connected to like-minded people like you. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Are there any questions or comments?
Sister Layla, just to remind you about the janaza from the Sheikh was saying for people to sign in and send it to you.
Oh, yeah. By the way, guys, Sister Muslima, for those of you who got that ijaza certificate, take sign it and take a picture of it and email it back to me so that the Sheikh Saud can have it on his file, because that's a legal ijaza. He's a real scholar of Islam, and that way he'll have a record and he'll know. So if anybody comes to him and says, do you know Sister Jamila so-and-so? You gave her ijaza, and he can say, yes, that's my email address. So make sure y'all take a picture of it. Goldie, Muslima, Sakina, Pamela. I got Pamela's already.
More Trey.
Yeah, Sister Trey, all the rest of y'all, take a picture of your ijaza, sign it, and then email it back to me. Keep a copy for yourself. Just email a copy back to me so he can put it in his file, because he's a real scholar. And that way, if somebody say, Brother Jabril Musa has ijaza from you on this hadith, oh yeah, he can say, oh yes, I gave it to him that on this day, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, any other questions or comments? And by the way, guys, don't forget I have my Q&A tonight. My Q&A is at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So any questions you guys have, you can bring them here. And if I can't answer it, we have Sheikh Morsi on standby and also Dramali. So any questions y'all have about Islam, bring them here tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put that there. Yeah. Yeah. Any other? Yeah. Do we do Zelle? Yes. If you guys are going to send a donate. And by the way, guys, we do need donations for this website. I don't even know how much money we got in there. Probably not much at all, because we probably are under. But you can donate if you want to use Zelle. That's the address. Send it to Layla@Sunnahfollowers.net. That's for Zelle. For Cash App, we even got, I hate Cash App, but I went on ahead and got that old ghetto Cash App. It is ghetto. The ghetto Cash App. Cash App, this is the Cash App one. Cash App is Sunnahfollowers. Yeah. Yeah, we need donations. Yeah, I got your Starbucks card, Sister Pamela. I got yours. May Allah bless you. In fact, hold on for a second. Let me log in on my thing for this. I just forgot about I know I got it, but I want to put it on my yeah. Get ready to transfer that. I'm getting ready to transfer that sucker right now. Oh yeah. Because I'm gonna go get me some. It's so pretty outside. I want to do I need to get some plants for my what happened here? What's going on here? Oh, I need to use the other computer. I'll use the other computer and do it. Yeah, I need to get some plants for my patio. Yeah. Yeah, but let me use this computer. Oh, give me a second, guys. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I hope y'all got some questions for tonight. Do y'all have questions in the Zoom room for tonight? For the Q&A? Wait a minute, what's this? 6. What is Dr. 4, 5, 3? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Hold on, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I'm gonna go get me a plant. I need to buy a plant to put on my patio. I'm getting ready to go get that too. Wait a minute. Yeah, I wanted to transfer. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Then this one here. Okay. Yeah, Sister Pamela. That's what I'm saying. She sent it. Did she? Okay, Pamela. Wait a minute. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Let me go back to this. Where are you at, Layla? Girl, I tell you, I'm always... Pamela, which one did you send it to? Where did you send it, Pamela? Okay. On the 20th? Was yours the 20th? Because I see one from you on the 20th. Was that you the 20th? Wait a minute. Uh-oh. What did I do wrong? Did I type? Okay. Yes. Yes. I got it. Yes, I got it. I got it. Yes. I had to open up the thing again. Yes, I got it, Pamela. May Allah bless you. Yes, I got it. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you. Yeah. All right. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I got it. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Any other questions or comments, guys? And I got yours too, Goldie. Goldie, in fact, Goldie's in here, right? Okay, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I clicked the wrong button. I got yours too, Goldie. Hold on. Okay, how do I do this? Yeah, I got Goldie too. Yeah. And I got Toddman. I got you too, Toddman, right now. I got you too, Toddman. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you, Muslima. May Allah bless you. Yeah, I like Zelle. You don't know why I like Zelle? Because like she said, Zelle goes automatically. Zelle is the best, man. But, you know, they the best. They go immediately. And they don't take out no money. It goes straight from your checking account to another. Zelle is the best. Yeah, brother. Yeah, Red Lobster's the bomb. Okay, if you're gonna send a Red Lobster gift certificate, send it to this is my personal email address, because that's not going to be with the Sunnah followers. That's going to be for me. So remember, I'm separate. That's my personal email address. Yeah, send that to me and make sure you let me know when, so I can check to make sure I got it. Yeah, Goldie, I got yours now. And I mean, not now, but I'm getting ready to send yours over right now, because I got yours earlier. Yep, there's Goldie's. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's Goldie's. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, just email it to lailanasheeba at Gmail, because that's my personal Gmail. The Sunnahfollowers is the website. That's the business Gmail. That's the business account. Yeah. Let me look on here. And may Allah bless everybody for their donations to the website and personal gifts. The personal gifts. Also, Dahira got yours too. I'm just now checking my mail. Dahira, we got yours. That's the best way, is that PNC. I'm telling y'all, it goes right on. Yeah. Yeah, and hers went right into the account. Exactly. I love that Zelle. And what's this one? Yeah. Okay. Okay. There that goes. Yeah, and I got Brother Ahmad, I got Abdullah and Fame and Pamela's Ijaza things. Yeah. Cancel. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna log out for right now, and then I'll be back at 9 for the Q&A, because I need to go to the store. But before it's getting ready to start. No wonder I'm hurt. It's getting ready to start raining. I kept saying it was going to rain because my arthritis. It's getting ready to rain. So let me go before it starts raining. Okay, Subhanakallah wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta